We got nail biters all over the place.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a psychopath.
What the hell is going to happen with Badake?
What the hell happened in this game?
Check out the chat. What do we have going on here? Got a whole lot of rest in peace Danny Ladster at 7 a.m. here Central Time. And why are they saying that? Because the Ladster was already starting Wan'Dale Robinson. He was already starting Dontavian Wicks. And as you can tell, I woke up 10 minutes ago, fired up the live stream. Chat immediately told me Jaylen Warren's inactive. So now he's going to have to figure out who he's putting in at running back, which is probably going to be Byshell Tootin. Rest in peace, Danny. I'm sorry, my friend. Looks like you are falling to 2-2, and the slide is going to be brutal. Nick, the editor, you luck out. Should have traded me Rashee Rice regardless, but it's an ugly one for the Ladster.
Just wake up and the first thing I see on my phone is a tag in the sleeper chat and 3 trade offers in the Flock League. So you know what I do? I check the Flock League. Okay, what's actually going on? And Jaylen Warren gets ruled out like an hour before game time. So we're going to have to be starting Byshell Tootin. Not just that. What I see when I go onto the app is Badake go and pick up Kenny Gainwell and then send me Kenny Gainwell offers for Jaden Daniels. You're making a whole clip about how you're getting low ball offers. I sent you an offer of Jaden Daniels for Trey Benson, which you declined coming into the week, and now you're sending me these low balls. What do you mean?
So the Ireland game is like seconds away from kicking off, and Jaylen Warren is ruled out. It's looking pretty good for me, and 2-2 has never looked so handsome.
DK Metcalf to the house, and y'all were trying to tell me that I did not have a great wide receiver room. Well, oh, where's my king? Where's my crown? The path to 4-0, the path to staying undefeated starts when the people on the West Coast aren't even awake yet. Love to see it, and love the fact that I'm about to be 4-0 and still the king of the league.
Yeah, not great that Jefferson has 100 yards at half, that Marvin Harrison had a ceiling game for Nathan. None of that's great. It's starting to make me sweat. Did I overlook Nathan? Did I view him as a potential bye week? I think these things were true. I'm hoping it doesn't nip me in the butt now that we're here and it's game time and his players are producing. I'm hoping my players also step up as I step out for brunch.
So we literally get all the way to like 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter for the Minnesota and Pittsburgh game, and I'm feeling really good. I'm like, okay, I made the right call starting Mooney over Jordan Addison, and of course, in classic Jordan Addison fashion, he gets a 90-yard reception for an almost touchdown. I'm not feeling very good about my decision at all. It's just going to make me absolutely sick.
All right, the Dublin game just finished, and based on how that first half went, we could be sitting in a much worse spot. DK Metcalf has the 80-yard touchdown, ends up with around 25 points. Jordan Mason ends up getting to 10 without a touchdown. It could be a lot worse. We need our guys to show up in the main slate today, and we are absolutely still in this thing to take down Mason.
I mean, I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. You can probably see it in my face. And the first thing I do is check sleeper. And Kenny Gainwell has 30 points? What the hell happened in this game? I'm waking up to a 30 bomb on my bench. Maybe 0-4 is all written for my team.
This crown has never fit so well. After one game this fine Sunday, it's already a lock. I've already won it. I've already beat the fam. TJ Hawkinson almost outscores Jordan Mason. DK Metcalf does DK Metcalf things. And you know what's beautiful about this as well? Well, it looks like I may be moving to 4-0. I just took a little sneak peek at the possible contenders that are going up against me. The people that are trying to get the crown off this head top. And right now, the other 2-1 teams, Sal, I'd say he's actually maybe a little bit of a concern. Jefferson and Marv's go nuclear against him. We go over and look at the FSC guys. We all know Bush is a fraud, 2-1. He's starting Isaiah Pacheco. And then Danny, I don't know how to say this, but half his starting lineup would be guys that I wouldn't consider rostering on my bench. Not only am I going to be 4-0, not only am I looking like the true team of destiny, but also nobody else may even be 3-1 after this week.
Let's go. If Chase Brown can't do it, then his brother is going to do it on defense for the Philadelphia Eagles. Something special is happening right now. I'm believing. There's an atmosphere. There's a hope. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I need. Hope to creep right into me early and often. Let's go. Simultaneously, Shakira with the touchdown. Shakira.
All right, it's Sunday, and Our games are really spread out between both of these teams. We have games at 4 o'clock. We have games tonight. I've got Jamar tomorrow. I am not going to know when I'm going to win this game for quite a while.
Zero part of me is joking when I say this, that everybody, and I mean everybody, who clowned on Nathan for taking Quinshon Judkins in round 5, you owe him an apology, because very clearly the best player on the board was Quinshon Judkins. Very clearly that should have been the pick. I'm happy that he didn't take me down in week 3, but it's going to be looking tough when we get to week like 12.
Hit me, Judkins, one more time.
All right, we're still waiting for an update, but Neighbors just went down, right? So we got to figure out what the hell's going to happen with Badake. Badake's already 0-3, and now he just lost Malik Neighbors. Is there any way Badake does not end up at Denny's in Austin next year? Is there any hope that Badake has left for his season? Feel bad for you, Badake. I'm genuinely sorry. And if you need somebody to put in at wide receiver, Jerry Jeudy, honestly, could help you out.
Badake looks like he's going to go to 0-4. He loses his number 1 overall player. I have some depth, Badake. If you want to now just avoid the pancakes, the Waffle House challenge, I'll throw you a couple of pieces for Devontae Adams, perhaps.
I mean, my season can't get any worse. I'm a Giants fan. I hope it's not an ACL. My first overall pick is down to Malik Neighbors, and it could potentially be an ACL. The highs and lows of fantasy football, I mean, my season's officially over.
Things are going fine, actually. We don't have any touchdowns yet on the day, but QJ's getting targets. Amari Hampton's getting targets. We got Devonta Smith has a couple points. We're still slight favorites against the Devs. Obviously, they have Gibbs and Hurts. It's kind of killing me right now, but we're definitely well in the mix here, and it's probably going to come down tomorrow night. It's going to be awful. I got to give myself some credit here. 5 first-half receptions from Quentin Johnston, who looks like he's the new Lad McConkey. I think that was secretly the best waiver pickup of the year so far. I got him for $21. QJ's kind of showing out right now. I think QJ might have arrived, guys. As I say that man catches a touchdown. QJ, let's go. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit worried that I might have to send this somewhere else, but we have Quentin Johnston on our team, the league-winning wide receiver in 2025.
Of course this happens, dude. I can't play the right tight end. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Kyle Pitts absolutely siphons the touchdown when Dalton Kincaid's the one in my lineup this week who has 0 freaking points.
So we're at halftime, and Chris Olave, now he does have a stat. It's not a touchdown, unfortunately. Still has none on the year. Believe it or not, it's not any receptions or yards, even though he had 10 catches at halftime last week. All Chris Olave has for me in my lineup right now is -1 points at half because he threw an interception. That's how my first half is going. I only have 2 guys going right now, and one of them has -1 points.
Nothing like watching your opponent have Chris Olave in his flex, throw an interception in the red zone, get like almost no targets at all in the first 3 quarters of the game, and then salvage his day with a freaking touchdown.
An update on my lineup right now. It finished the first half strong. Justin Herbert gets a touchdown. And to start the second half in the third quarter, Chris Olave gets his first touchdown of the year. Right now, I have a slight lead in percentage on beating Nathan, who lost Darnell Mooney to a hamstring. He hasn't returned. Quinshon Judkins is having a nice game. My defense is holding up right now with a shutout, the Texans defense against Tennessee. So everything's looking good, and the heavy hitters haven't even played yet for me.
My freaking team. Oh my gosh. Go. My guy, my second round pick. Let's absolutely go, baby. Let's go.
Hey, people laughed at me when I sent Fab for the Lions defense. Well, they just scored a kick return touchdown and they have 16 points. And I needed that really bad after Bucky Irving housed a 72-yard touchdown against me. We are still in this and we're currently projected to win. So as long as we can hold it on, let's keep it rolling, T-Monk.
All right, early window just wrapped up. And we're down pretty big. In this late window here, I need Ricky Pearsall to go off. I need a huge Ricky Pearsall game. And then it's going to come down to Monday night. I'll have 3 players going, and we're going to need huge performances all around. We need a miracle at this point, but crazier things have happened, and I still got some hope.
Well, I hate fantasy football. Bijan Robinson, 180-plus all-purpose yards. Jamison Williams, Tetairoa McMillan combined for like 15, 16 targets. I mean, I'm technically not out of this, but I pretty much am at this point. I don't want to play fantasy football anymore. I want to retire.
All right, so we're going into the 4 p.m. window now. The 1 p.m. window just kind of wrapping up, and we got some nail biters, folks. We're looking at me and Zach's matchup. We are currently sitting with a 74% chance of winning. A great game from Magbuka, great game from Bijan. Looking at Nathan and Sal, we are deadlocked. It is dead even 50-50 on the projections, and of course, Sal's got JT and Christian McCaffrey going in this window, so Badake looks like he's on his way maybe to his first win. Of course, he did have Malik Neighbors go down, which is brutal news. And then we have Avery with a monster game from Amari and Hampton, big game from Quentin Johnston as well. His Chargers really carrying the torch for him. This one looks like it's going to be won by him. 86% chance he wins against the Devs. Looking at Danny Ladd versus the editor Nick, we have Danny currently projected barely to win. He got a big game out of Drake London, but for the most part, a pretty ho-hum game across the board from those two guys. And then Mason currently projected to win against Sammy with a 65% chance. Josh Allen did his thing. Metcalf did his thing this morning. The fan's going to need a big performance, man. He's going to need Justin Fields, Devon Achane on Monday night to potentially have a good game. As long as he can hold Mason to some minimal production today, he should be in okay shape. We're wrapping into the 4 p.m. window. We got nail biters all over the place, and nothing's decided. Anything could still happen for the rest of these games.
A bummer among all the fun here today. Woody Marks is showing out. I drafted Woody Marks in our draft because I knew that Nick Chubb was cheeks. He has 27 today, and I dropped him instead of dropping Ollie Gordon.
I guess some light at the end of the tunnel. The end of the tunnel for me is Denny's right now. But Woody Marks, one of my favorite stashes this year. 2 tuds. Avery dropped him. I picked him up. If we had points for players on our bench, I'd be killing it this week.
The Colts at the goal line just handed the ball to Tyler Warren instead of Jonathan Taylor, which is absolutely hilarious for Nathan versus Sal.
Get it! Good work! Oh, yeah! Not only does Warren get me the rushing touchdown, but I'm playing against Jonathan Taylor, Sal's Jonathan Taylor. He literally vultures the 6 points from JT, snatches him up, takes him for himself. That's a 12-point swing right there, folks.
The young bug is taking down Mr. Sal Vetri. We got some Tyler Warren, Jonathan Taylor action. Tyler Warren vultures Jonathan Taylor, and it looks like Sal, really the only competition I have in this league, maybe falling to 2-2. The young bug, you're doing me right as you always do. And honestly, I think I may have to give you a raise.
Look, if I can be 100% honest with you, the last thing I want is hope. I just want to move on from fantasy entirely this year. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about football. I just want to move on from the game. But this man single-handedly is trying to keep me in the game. This is the problem. Now hope again creeps in. I don't win these games. I don't win these matchups. We don't have that kind of team. But the hope is creeping in and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I despise hope. Well, Puka Nakua is headed to the locker room. I want to vomit. I don't know why he's heading to the locker room. And then I got to watch Isaiah Pacheco catch a touchdown. A guy who hasn't scored over 6 points the entire year. This is the week he decides to do something. I want to throw up.
Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown of the day. And guess who it is? Congratulations to Bush, because I didn't think Isaiah Pacheco would score another fantasy point this year, but he throws a touchdown. You can thank Patrick Mahomes for that. We are still heavy favorites in this one, looking to go 2-2.
Y'all, this man, I am telling you, this man is trying so hard to single-handedly carry me to a win this week and get me out of some sort of swirling depression. He's like, I got you. I'm telling you, hope is the enemy here, man.
I want the Colts to win so bad, but JT with a 50-yard run for a touch just got called back, and I'm low-key happy about it. Oh my gosh, there are 2 minutes left in this game. And I cannot afford a run like this. Now it's 2nd and 20, and I need my team to win.
Well, I am down by 12 to Nathan. I have George Pickens left. He has Garrett Wilson, so it seems highly unlikely we're going to pull this one out. We need a big Pickens game and a dud from Wilson on Monday night. There's only one player to blame. He's not on Nathan's team. He's not on my team. It is AD Adonai Mitchell. A holding. A terrible holding. On a 50-yard Jonathan Taylor touchdown run late in the game, what would have given me at least 11 fantasy points. And that would have put us about a point or so apart with a wide receiver each going, and I would take my wide receiver over his. I blame AD Mitchell.
Okay, look, let me just paint this picture for you. I'm most likely going to go 0-4. I have told myself it's okay, that I am most likely not going to win a game this year, that I'm going to be the worst person in this league. And let me explain to you why and how that actually has happened. My first overall pick, I draft Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors in week 4 is most likely out with the ACL tear. My second overall pick in Chase Brown, great upside. I mean, wow, what an absolute steal. His upside is completely shot. Why? Because Joe Burrow is out. You know who also drafted Joe Burrow? Me. And he's out. I also draft Evan Ingram at the tight end position, who was on a phenomenal offense, is on a phenomenal offense with the Denver Broncos, but has been completely non-existent on that team. I was looking back at it and I could have done so many different things. But at the end of the day, the problem is, it's not a performance issue. I just got hit with the unlucky bug. It's not like, man, Badake made some terrible picks this year. Honestly, to my defense, I made one bad pick. And currently that is Evan Ingram, who is no longer on my team. Look, I'm going to get to know the staff at Denny's here very soon. And I cannot wait to have the variety of pancakes, maybe some blueberries, maybe some banana pancakes, some strawberry pancakes. I'm in a bad place.
All right, so all of Corey's players are done. We're down by pretty much 45 points. Can't be too ungrateful because I didn't think I even had a shot, and now I guess there's a chance. We need Jake Ferguson to go off. We need Butter Aubrey just to be himself. And just give Bo a shot. That's all I'm asking, Jake and Brandon. Give Bo a shot.
Recording this going into Sunday Night Football, and I'm up about 94-73 on Editor Nick. Current sleeper projection has me at about a 77% chance of taking it down. Hoping that we can take it down. I actually have 2 Packers going tonight, and he has the Dallas Cowboys, so I'm a little bit conflicted from a real life perspective.
He fucking stole my ball! Hey, those the Wicks! Fucking not nice.
Halftime of Sunday Night Football, and George Pickens had himself a half. 16 fantasy points. I'm up by 5 now on Nathan with an entire half to go in a game that looks like it should be back and forth the rest of the way.
Sal is probably fast asleep right now, but he's going to be really excited when he wakes up because he will see, George Pickens makes a man miss. Go, 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 go. Pickens touchdown. So sadly, the young bug who we hired to take down Sal this week is letting Sal stick around in this matchup. And it may come down to Garrett Wilson on Monday night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're down about 23 points. Now, here's the deal. Hope has snuck into the situation right now because if Brandon McManus can kick this 53-yard field goal, we're going to overtime, and Jake Ferguson and Brandon Aubrey can get me even closer. Oh my God, do we have hope? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to overtime! Come on, I need you, Jake. Oh my God, it's not over. Oh, but could this be exactly what the fantasy gods want? Is just for me to have hope? We're not going down without a fight.
Oh my God. Jake Ferguson is butt-ass naked open in the end zone, and Dak's dumbass doesn't even look his way. Look, my guy is butt-ass naked, Dak!
We'll take the 3 points from Butter Aubrey, but man, the touchdown was there. Maybe Dak needs the LASIK, like what Jameis Winston got.
So the NFL absolutely cucked us, blue-balled us, and now we are completely edged out on a Sunday night here. It's 12:15 on the East Coast. I should be in bed right now. I'm wearing nighttime retainer because that's what Team Unk does over here. Looking around the league, it looks like I'm going to be up 20 points going into Monday Night Football against Zach. Avery takes care of the Debs. They're down. Easy win for him. Mason is probably going to get the win over Sammy Stacks here. He's up like 80-something points. Sal, monster comeback with George Pickens having a great game. Garrett Wilson's going to need to have a night for Nathan to stay in this one. Danny's going to need to hold Tyreek Hill under, 15, 16 points. And it looks like Badake is going to fall to 0-4 with Thomas having some players going on Monday night.
It's a good Monday morning. I thought I was going to wake up this Monday morning and be like, we're 2-2 with the most points in the league. We're due for regression. Not the case. We're up by 21.5 points on Nathan, and he only has Garrett Wilson left. Now, I was in my car yesterday, I was down by 12 at this point with before George Pickens played, and I was like, there's a world where George Pickens scores 30. Sure, it's 1 out of 40 chance, he's going to do this once in the next 2 seasons, score 30 points, have 100+ yards and multiple touchdowns. Why not be the game where CeeDee Lamb is out for the first time? And oh boy, it was. You got the full George Pickens experience on Sunday Night Football. Insane sideline catches, boneless drops. insane like catch and run touchdowns after the catch and some showboating, and then moments where it literally looked like he was going to just rip the heads off of multiple defenders and lose his cool. Like, I couldn't imagine being on the other side of that. I've been on the other side of that for some games. Josh Allen in week 1 alone, right, this year against Mason. Oh man, like I was up till midnight watching that game, and it ended in like the worst possible way, a tie. And I was happy and excited, so I was energized. So I went to bed and I got a full night's sleep on those 4 hours of sleep I got. I couldn't imagine being Nathan. Imagine watching George Pickens just rip the heart out of your body and then having to actually like somehow fall asleep.
I kid you not, all night long, every single one of my dreams had to do with Garrett Wilson and his production. I was restless all night. I felt like I didn't sleep a wink. And every single one of my dreams was Garrett Wilson getting target after target after target. Some completions, some not completions. He gets to like 15 points, gets to 19 points. And then I wake up and I don't know if I won the game. So that's my emotional status right now. I don't think you guys understand. This is what the Flock League does to you. It makes Sal have to think about what he's thankful for while he's going on drives around Austin. It results in me losing sleep, literally losing sleep, and dreaming exclusively about Garrett Wilson. I don't know what tonight is going to bring for me. I'm sure it's just going to be sorrow and despair. But one can hope, and that's the great thing about fantasy football.
Yeah, so I'm almost positive that I'm a psychopath or something like real bad like that. Because I was listening to Nathan, a great guy, right? Who doesn't like Nathan? But I was listening to this guy explain how he was feeling mentally, which was not good when George Pickens was dropping all these points on him last night. And it was giving me energy. And I was feeling good about it. I was like, yeah. I was waiting for like, oh, how'd you feel in that second? Oh, you felt terrible in the second touchdown? Nice. So there's something wrong with me. And Nathan mentioned something about him seeing like in his dream, Garrett Wilson having these targets, some catches, some not, getting to 19 fantasy points, and then he was waking up. Clearly a dream. I mean, clearly a dream. I think Garrett Wilson's going to get a solid 13 or 14 points tonight. There's not going to be any stress. I'll check my phone here and there, and I'll be completely fine. We're not stressing at all tonight. We're moving to 3-1. We are arguably the best team in this league. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a psychopath.
So who would have guessed it? We're heading into Monday Night Football, and our matchup is on the line. This is now the third week in a row.
I've been having bubble guts all day. I've been thinking about this matchup and the possibility that I might score the second most points in the league and lose.
All right, beautiful people. It all comes down to Monday Night Football. All I need from you, Jamo. I just need 10.2 fantasy points to walk away with a win in week number 3. I've become numb. Just entirely numb to fantasy football. I feel like every week is the same. It's like Hedgehog. What's that movie? Hedgehog Day? Groundhog Day. I'm like living the movie Groundhog Day, but it's just the same week every single week.
Well, it was death by 1,000 paper cuts for your boy on Monday Night Football. Well, that pretty much puts the nail in the coffin. I don't want to think about football. I feel sick. Every week, my team does well. And then Monday Night Football comes, and I just need something reasonable to happen. And every single week, I lose my fantasy football matchup. So my expectation is fully for Bo Nix to score like 19.7 points, and I lose my matchup tonight. I don't feel things anymore. I expect failure. I guess when you've been hurt, you just anticipate hurt again.
Danny, what's going on?
Oh, I stayed up all night game planning for Tyreek. We need him under 16.6 points this week.
Well, it looks like Danny's game plan worked. He definitely did take out Tyreek. At this point, my team is receding more than Brock Bowers' hairline, so it's not looking good, I'll say that much.
All right, GG, Zach. I'm shutting this game off. Bo Nix. I lose. I hate Lamar Jackson for getting injured in my lineup.
All right, look, probably nothing's going to happen. I mean, it's 3rd and 2, 13 seconds left. It's probably a field goal. It's actually worst case scenario, but if Bo can pull off some magic here. You're joking me. Oh, Bo!
brother Bo Nix. Oh my God, I can't believe Bo might be the reason we go to 2-2. I've got to be like 2 points away and we're going into halftime. I thought that was going to be a field goal. Wow. Okay. Man, I keep going back to last week when Jameson had like more than half of the points in the first drive. But 2 points? Brother Bo, I just need 2 points in the second half. Can you do that for me? Reverse the curse of Monday Night Football.
I mean, when are things going to go my way? Like, legitimately, when are things going to go my way? I had this game won twice over because of freaking Garrett Wilson popping off in the dumbest OPI call that I've legitimately ever seen in my entire life. Cost me yet another game, and now I'm 1-3, 4 points away from a victory after an incredible catch from Garrett Wilson. Like, it's a load of freaking crap.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. At the very end of this, we had Garrett Wilson getting points that people are, the chat's now acting like they're not going to count for him. I don't know who just won that matchup between Sal and Nathan, but I'm praying to God it's Nathan. Right now, Nathan technically has won in this matchup. Nathan beat Sal. Sal's acting like this is going to get changed. He's acting like he is the expert here. But we'll see, because what I see right now is I see the young bug coming out on top.
Stat correction incoming. This close on a freaking prayer of a play at the end of the game. 1 point away. This is more than bad luck. It's an absolute curse. Congrats, Sal. I hope you enjoyed your 1 point difference bye week. That had to be won by a stat correction.
Another Bo Nix touchdown puts us up easily over Bush. I love fantasy football. I love this game with all my heart, mind, and soul. Is this not the best game planet Earth has ever seen? The emotions of a win, the emotions of a loss. But we're right back in it. Hope is the answer, ladies and gentlemen. We're 2-2. About to be back up in the top 6 of the rankings as well. I love this game. Just, sometimes you just gotta stand in the sun and just... When you draft Bo Nix and you put your trust in him, he brings you from the depth of despair all the way up into the light. And ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy I get to play the best game planet Earth has ever seen with some other quality people, I guess. But how good is football? How good is life? Man, I love this game. I love this game.
Remember when I said that I was stress dreaming about Garrett Wilson on Sunday night after Pickens' 33-pointer, and I woke up when he had 19 points and I didn't know what happened or like what the ultimate outcome of the game was? It's kind of creepy, not gonna lie.
Can I just say this? I am so freaking done with the Cincinnati Bengals. I live way too close to Cincinnati. I want to move across the country to get as far as I can away from Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio's a stupid state, and Cincinnati sucks at football. I mean, this is pathetic. They've got Jamar Chase. They can't even get him the ball because they've got Jake Browning in there. It's just atrocious. I'm done with Jamar. I'm done watching this Bengals team. I literally cannot do it. Jamar Chase is on the trade block. I'm sure I'm not going to get an offer that's good enough, but I'm just so done with the Bengals. I'm so done with them.
Avery, I hear you loud and clear, buddy. I understand you're done with Jamar Chase. I understand he's a headache, and trust me, I dealt with him last year. Right now, of course, I was able to manage him a lot more effectively than you were, but honestly, I got to give you your credit, right? You won a championship with T. Higgins. So I say we just do a 1-for-1 swap. Offers coming to your inbox. You're done with the Jamar Chase headache. You're done with the Cincinnati Bengals. So T. Higgins for Jamar, 1-for-1 swap, and yeah, hopefully we have a deal.
Okay, this turned out being pretty funny. I put Jamar Chase in the trade block. I got 2 offers instantly. Mason sent me a T. Higgins swap. Look, I don't listen to Mason's trade offers. I can't negotiate with terrorists. Zach sent me Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams was the best offer I'd gotten. And so I told the rest of the league, hey, you've got 2 minutes. I got Jameson Williams as my best offer. You got 2 minutes to beat it. Well, they presented to send me some of the worst trades I've ever gotten, which I probably should have figured was coming. But Jalen Waddle, straight up for Jamar Chase. Jordan Addison, straight up. Bush sent me one. Bush sent me, I would send him Jamar Chase and Rashad White for Xavier Worthy and Kyle Pitts, and then texted me and said, hey, let me know if you want to, buddy, Oh my gosh.
So week 4 is in the books, man, and it was a wild one, especially at the end there. Nathan going down at the hands of Sal and at the hands of Garrett Wilson, and the stat correction that is incoming. Nathan's dropping to 1-3. Going to be a tough road ahead for him. Sal jumping up to 3-1 and looking like a dominant force to be reckoned with. Next up, we have Avery, who is now back up to 2-2 after an 0-2 start. He takes care of the Devs, and unfortunately, he's probably going to beat me next week because I won't have Bijan Robinson and probably not Lamar Jackson either. Danny takes down Nick, the editor, and it took Tyreek Hill's knee going blicky for him to do it, and another Monday Night Miracle for the Ladster to get up to 3-1. Nick, the editor, dropping to 1-3. Pretty insane that he needed, a small amount of points from J-Mo last week. He gets it done. He holds on. Small amount of points from Tyreek Hill this week. He gets injured after definitely going to be clearing that number had he stayed healthy and in that game. So the Ladster moving to 3-1, editor down to 1-3. Mason is now 4-0, and I'm sure you will be hearing about it. He'll probably have some goofy costume on to tell you why he's the king of the league and how I'm going to be his jester, and we're all his royal subjects, and I'm honestly just annoyed of it. So Mason, we're not going to give him any more attention. Moving to my matchup with Zach, I needed less than 20 points coming in from Bo Nix, and unfortunately Bo Nix kind of did me dirty. We saw it coming. Zach had a tough matchup last week where he lost on Monday Night Football. So big ups to Zach. Good win for you, GG's. And Thomas gets it done against Badake. And Badake, unfortunately, no Malik Neighbors now, dropping to 0-4. It is going to be a tough road ahead for him. He is, at this point, just trying to stay out of the Denny's.
As the ruler of this land, I'm going to start implementing different rules. If you don't agree with the rules, or if you don't like the rules, I'm sorry, you don't have a say. You're not good enough at fantasy football. There's a reason I am king, and there's a reason why you are just one of my civilians. First rule is, if you have yet to win a fantasy football game, I'm looking at you, Badake, you are not allowed, and I repeat, you are not allowed to speak at all. You can submit clips, you can submit memes, but in terms of words out of your mouth, zero, zilch, nothing. Second thing that I'm gonna have for y'all is if you have a losing record and you try to criticize a team with a winning record, I am going to pick somebody from your bench and you will have to drop them. The third thing is if I beat you, I'm looking at you, Sal, I'm looking at you, Avery, Nathan, the fan, you have to officially bend the knee in a clip. Or when I play you again later in the year, I'm not going to show mercy. I'm going to just continue to embarrass you. And I would recommend, based off the dominance we've seen so far this year, you try to get on my good side.